WWE 2K18 on the Switch. Oh man. It seems to be a very controversial game, and a lot of people were very angry at this port, understandably so. Like pretty much everyone else, I was disappointed with how it turned out, but I still had a certain level of enjoyment with it. I know, shocking. I legit have around 300 hours of playtime with the Switch version. I did have a good amount of fun with it, which I'll explain why later on in the video. I've been a lifelong Nintendo and WWE fan. I've always preferred Nintendo consoles as my main gaming preference. I would also play on non-Nintendo platforms such as the PlayStation consoles, but mainly for the WWE games pretty much. Though from time to time, I would own a good amount of WWE games on Nintendo consoles such as the GameCube and DS titles. I even own All-Stars on 3DS. Weirdly enough, I actually own WWE 13 on both PS3 and Wii, which is also my favorite WWE game, but that's besides the point. Due to some stupid circumstances in 2016, I no longer have a PS4. I didn't care all too much as I still have my Nintendo stuff, but I did feel bummed out that I was losing out on my WWE games. My last WWE game at the time was 2K17. So when 2K18 was announced to be releasing on the Switch, I was like, I was excited because I was going to get the next year's installment, but this time back on a Nintendo platform. So I eventually picked it up around the time it released, and to this day I still play it. So in this video, I will explain why I like WWE 2K18 on the Switch. So without further ado, let's do this. Okay, so before I start off with the gameplay, I do know that it has its slowdowns, yes. It's most noticeable with the entrances and the multi-man matches, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to try to look at the positive side. The one-on-one matches work perfectly most of the time. I would mainly play one-on-one matches all throughout and have fun, maybe sometimes triple threat too, which works good on occasions. Many people like to say that this game is completely unplayable, but ignore the fact that one-on-one matches do work great. Like, it does suck that the majority of the game runs poorly, but at least we can still have working matches, which is good for Switch owners who don't even have other wrestling games on their console. But yeah, I would mainly play normal, extreme, roller, steel cage, hell in a cell, etc. I would even play local multiplayer a good amount whenever my friends would want to play. You can still experience some great wrestling action within this game, which I did. But now, the main reason I have around 300 hours of playtime is pretty much from one mode, Universe Mode. As with any other WWE game of recent years, Universe Mode has been keeping me occupied. I would always enjoy creating different things to add to my universe. I would always love playing all the rivalries I set up, regardless of the same cutscenes I would play. The thing that kept me going was the creation aspect of it. For example, I would create all new attires for superstars such as Kane, and imagine some storyline in my head as I would play through a rivalry. I even made my own custom character and play through Universe Mode instead of just doing the normal boring career mode. I would just constantly create and play with this mode. You know, the creation suite in general just kept me going. I even made an arena based off of my favorite game, Luigi's Mansion. Looking back, it's crazy to think I have around 300 hours due to Universe Mode. That's f***ing crazy to me in retrospect. But hey, I gotta get my wrestling fix somehow, which is what I got out of 2K18 on the Switch from time to time. Anyways, yeah, Universe Mode has just been my go-to mode all this time, which I did have fun with it a good amount. So in conclusion, I was content with my time with the Switch version. Now it clearly is a shit show. Like, man, how come they didn't hire a different developer like Panic Button who ported great games to the Switch such as the recent Doom games? This port is definitely a mess that shouldn't have been released whatsoever. But that being said, I still enjoyed the game, to a certain extent. Again, for a person who doesn't have any other consoles to put the new WWE games on, I did have some fun playing this port on the Switch. And before you guys say stuff like,
well, just buy another PS4 or whatever to play the new WWE games.
I did consider it, but the PS5 is like right around the corner, and I don't want to get another PS4 and have the PS5 just come out like months later, so I'll wait. I just hope that sometime in the future, another WWE game gets ported to the Switch in a working condition. Or even better, can we please get another original WWE Nintendo game, such as how the Day of Reckoning titles were original WWE games for the GameCube? But guys, I am super excited that we're actually getting another pro wrestling game for the Switch that actually looks really fun, which is Retromania Wrestling. It's so great that we're actually getting a working pro wrestling game on the console in general. The game does look refreshing and fun too compared to most wrestling games nowadays, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. They actually have pre-orders ready for the PC and Switch version on their site right now. I just recently pre-ordered the Switch versions, well I'm ready, so if you guys are interested, I'll put the website in the description. Overall, I still had a good time with 2K18 on the Switch. I am both a wrestling and Nintendo fan, so I still got my wrestling fix from it and I enjoyed the time I had with it, most of the time. But that being said, 2K, after this disaster with the Switch port and the abomination of 2K20, sort your shit out with the new games and please make a fully working WWE game on the Switch already! Sorry about that. Anyways, what's your guys' thoughts on this port? I probably already know the answer, but I thought I'd ask regardless. But anyways, that's all I have for this video, so see you guys.